What's up, guys? I've been sitting here for 47 seconds trying to think of a funny intro that would make this video more interesting, but I simply cannot think of one. So we should just get it up right into it. And I'll tell you that the idea for this video did come from the Discord. So if you're not already in the Discord, you can basically tell me what to do there. You can tell me to make a video and I'll make the video because I work for you. I work for the people. Okay, so today we're going to talk about 3 major lessons that I've learned from over $5 million in ad spend. Yes, we spent a lot of money on Facebook and Google, and I've learned a lot through the years by spending all that money and making mistakes and losing money sometimes, but mostly making good money selling leads. So I want to talk about the 3 major lessons that I learned. Obviously, there's more than 3, but these are 3 things that are a bit more philosophical that I think are going to help you have a more successful lead generation agency. And you can stop doing that, lame old retainer SMMA agency or sell the SaaS thing. You just sell leads and make way more money. Okay. That's just the way I think. So let's jump right into the video and I'm going to tell you guys some lessons. So again, these lessons come from generating, I think we're probably in like the 300,000, 400,000 lead range in terms of how many leads you've actually generated. And we've learned a lot from generating those leads. And the number one thing that I've learned over the past 5 or 6 years doing lead generation is that you get to make the rules. This is not some run-of-the-mill, SMMA agency where you just bow down to your clients' needs and you do everything that they ask you. Not saying you don't want to serve your clients and over-deliver, but you get to make the rules. You get to make the rules with your lead generation agency, and you need to make the rules or people are just going to walk all over you. So there's been countless times where I've had people try and really tell me how I'm going to sell my leads. And at the start of my career, I used to be like, yes, sir, I really need you as a client. And I would do things like exclusive deals in certain niches because I wanted the client so bad, or I would drop my lead costs like insane amounts and lose money, or I would do complete back-end deals and I'd lose money. And it just didn't work for me. And it's because, again, I would just give into these client demands. But what I realized really quickly was that there are way more people that want leads from me than I thought. And there's no shortage of clients up there. So it was important for me to set the rules and speak confidently about what I was offering to those clients. Like I said, I signed an exclusive deal with the client early on with one of my niches, and it ended up being something where I was so stuck with that client that it was over like a year I was delivering leads to this client, and I just couldn't grow. I couldn't learn. I wasn't getting information from multiple clients and actually growing this funnel. I was just stuck. I've been asked to do exclusive deals multiple times, and sure, if you want to pay me a couple $100,000, I'll do an exclusive deal with you. But a lot of the times it just doesn't make sense to sell to one person and give up that power, because again, we're not signing a retainer contract. We're not working for a client like an SMMA agency would. We're selling the leads. And when they come into our digital storefront, so to speak, they come in, there's a bunch of leads. I open up my trench coat, okay, you want some leads, and pick and choose, and they pay the price. You can't go to Amazon and say like, hey, Amazon, can you give me a deal on that whatever widget? I need 50% off, and I'm gonna give you a back deal. If I really like it, Amazon, I'll give you some more money. Like, that is not how it works. And with lead generation, you can stand for it and you might lose that first client. But what I found is that the clients that are trying to barter and nickel and dime me all the way through never work out. So that's just my opinion. If it's your first ever client and you feel like it's safe, if they're gonna pay the ad spend and pay you on a back end deal and you just need to learn, I totally get it. But just make sure that you retain control. You don't need to be setting your clients every single ad that you're doing, like showing them all your stuff, showing them all your secrets. You can retain control and they're going to respect you a lot more from that. So number 1 is you make the rules. Number 2 is clients come and go. So wait for the right one. You don't need to, it's kind of connected to number 1. You don't need to be bowing down to every single client, because what I have found is, again, that I get very excited about a client when I go into a new niche and they start nickel and diming me and it just wouldn't last. Or I'd have clients that come in and they buy some leads off me and they're like, these leads are terrible. These are the worst leads ever. And it discourages me. I'm like, man, I don't even know what I'm doing. These leads suck. Like, I just want to keep this client so bad. But what would happen, especially early on, is that client would complain. And then I'd get another client that had a better sales system and a better sales team, and they'd crush it with the leads. And they'd be like, give me as many leads as you can get. So I'd have one client that's like, we close no deals. And another client that's like, we made a 7-to-1 ROI on your leads. And I'm like, oh, this is just a company that sucks at selling. And I just wanted to keep them so bad. But then an actual really great client came out of nowhere and just bought basically everything I could sell them and made me way more money. And I made them way more money because they understood how to work digital leads. So don't get too fixated on trying to keep every single client you get, because you're never going to. You actually have to find the right type of client that understands how to work online leads, because I would say like at least 75% of them aren't going to do a good job because they don't understand how to follow up. They think that the lead's just going to fall in their lap and just close. Like I've had people literally say like, so like, is the lead just like, do I have to do anything, or is the lead just going to like buy for me? I'm like, no, you have to sell things to the lead. Called a lead. If I was going to put it on a tee for you, I might as well just get into your industry. But I'm giving you a lead who's interested in speaking about the product or service that you're offering. So I'm sorry, poof, a little flashback there. I'm scarred from these types of conversations. So I'm warning you, don't worry too much about clients that are just going to complain, because in every niche, there's top tier clients that understand how this works. If you can focus on learning that niche, and deliver at a high level to these good clients, that's where you make the money. And I'd say I'd probably made 90% of my money from 3 or 4 clients. And there's been 100 other clients that have made me nothing. It's the 80-20 rule. So that's number 2. Number 3 is test, test, test. Like, cool, it's number 3, and I said test 3 times. Testing is so important with lead generation. I find that it's easy to get lazy once you have a funnel that's working really well, but I'm always trying to continually test and get lower lead costs in every single niche. Or if I have a really good margin, try to improve the quality of the leads that I'm sending by adding more questions to my quiz or making more comprehensive videos. So it's important to continually test, and especially if you're starting. This is also really important to test as many different creatives as you can and really figure out a niche, because once you've tested a bunch of different hooks, you're going to understand that niche very well, and you're going to be able to pick and choose the ones that are working well and then double down on those. Because you might have 10 different hooks if you try out, 2 might work really well. Now it's time to take those 2 and replicate those as many times as you can and just rinse and repeat. I found that, again, just over time, just running as many different creatives as I can has really helped me bring my lead cost down and improve the quality for my clients. And that's another thing that's helped me make a lot more money, a lot more profit on the back end of selling these leads, because I have such a deep understanding of the niche that I'm in once I run all these different ads and all this different testing. So it's even worth it in the first couple months. Don't worry too much about making a ton of profit right off the bat. Focus on using that extra profit to test like crazy so that you can take over the niche. Because it's going to be tempting to make a quick buck or make a couple grand on an order when you could actually reinvest that, over deliver like crazy to a client, especially if they're a good client, not a complaining client, and really get a full understanding of a niche. So test, test, test. That's number 3. And yeah, I hope that was a helpful video for you guys. That's, again, lessons that we've learned from around 300,000 or so leads, give or take, and about $5 million in ad spend. I know I'm throwing out some big numbers here. I'm not trying to be too flashy, but I guess that's YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I just hope I can share the story of where we come from, what we've done. I'm not here to sell you guys anything. I have a Discord below, and that's it. That's it for today, guys. If you have any questions, again, leave them in the comments, join the Discord, and get me up over there, because you could probably learn a thing or 2 or 3. See you in the next one. Bye.